hold the little finger. Over here, over here.
Bite? It's good.
Oh, man.
I should probably fill my water back up. Sounds like there's not a whole lot.
All right, Nate and Sharon, my hiking Viking friends, we appreciate the thought of the shelter magic, although we didn't get any, but we're going to pack them all up for you because no one else did. And we're going to take these out and throw them away at the, where are we? The Gravel Springs Hut. Clearly you're here on Easter, and someone got to enjoy, I'm sure, some goodies inside of these little eggs from the Hiking Vikings. Nobo 2015. This is it. What the hell are you doing, Yorktown? So he's been on the trail too long. He's hiking up his shorts.
Ready to go?
Mrs. Yorktown Brown, you need to take care of this man. He says he can't wait to see you in yoga pants.
Ooh, you went there. She knows the yoga pants weakness. I just ate the rest of my lifesavers.
Look at this, almost 9 o'clock.
Oh, it's not even 9 yet?
Again.
We're out at 9.
Again. I shall pass this place only but once, therefore any good that I can do or any kindness that I can show, let me do it now, for I shall not pass this way again.
At 7:30, I'm like,
They're blaming me for not leaving early.
thought you wanted to get up early.
They're blaming me.
He's like, yeah, the music's I can hear you.
What? That was my inner dialogue.
No, it was your outer dialogue, as it turns out.
No, you're having audible hallucinations.
See, they didn't hear anything.
We need a good credit card.
All right. We got everything?
I know that I have a charged cell phone and a credit card, so I'm good if I left anything behind.
Just buy it.
We'll just buy it.
All right. We got all Nate and Sharon's Easter eggs?
I think so.
Yep.
All right.
Did you get those ones down that Chase couldn't read?
Yep, I got them down. All right. We are out. Thank you, Hiking Vikings, for the wonderful Easter magic. Unfortunately, we're 2 weeks too late. And this is the last hut. We did leave some trail magic to the hut, though. Put in some gear hanging, some micro cord here. So enjoy. What do you say, Piccolo? Get the show on the road?
Oh yeah.
Piccolo.
Deuces.
Deuces.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is 8:54 on Thursday. This is our final day of hiking. We got a 13-mile day, making our way out of Gravel Springs Hut. Wonderful water source here, very close to the shelter, and it's flowing well. All right, we made it to point 2 up the side trail from the hut back to the AT. And we're starting our day out. It's going to be a 13, somewhere between a 13 and 14 mile day. 13.7. So with the point 2 side trail and all the extra stuff we do, it'll be over a 14 mile day today. Met another through hiker last night, came rolling in, he was tenting. His name's Wall Street. He's got a YouTube channel, goes by Chris Does the AT or Chris Hikes the AT. So we're gonna have to check that out. Got a picture with him and some video, got a chance to talk with him for a while. And then there was another guy tenting just down from the shelter. Anybody catch his name? He's a older gentleman, probably, what would you say, early 60s maybe? Late 50s, early 60s is my best guess. He didn't stay in the shelter. Seemed like a nice guy, quiet. Apparently he's got a number of ailments, but he's doing his best to do a flip-flop. I think he started at Harper's Ferry. And then we had an interesting gentleman who shared the shelter with us last night, who went by the name of Ozark, Man of the Mountain is the full name. Too much, we just called him Ozark. But he was wearing jeans, and apparently he's very connected to Virginia because he won't do anything south of Virginia, so he's going to Damascus. He doesn't particularly care for the Smokies or anything because you have to pay. Let's just say he's an interesting character. Another beautiful day. Slightly overcast. It's already super warm. Low 70s already. And yeah, it's a high humidity this morning. So the Gravel Springs shelter is not that far from the road. We could hear cars and semis going past this morning. Interesting, the last night in the shelter, and I think Trips and I both had the best night of sleep that we've had all trip. I always know that because I dream a lot. We had intentions of leaving early this morning, but again, we're taking off just before 9 o'clock. Town, this is your gap.
Yeah. Oh, Brown Town. Actually, it reminded me of the Alaskan bush people. What did you say? One down, 9 more to go. You know what I'm talking about?
I've seen
the
that
gray-haired
show.
guy? Yeah.
I think it's a good show, but it's also like the stupidest show at the same time.
Yep.
It's like, why do I care what these people are doing?
That made no sense, Piccolo.
Gravel Springs Gap, 2655. All right, so we're 1 mile into our trek today, and it looks like we have a nice view up here. Wow. So it's April 27, 2017, and this gives you a really good view of springtime as it makes its way from the valley up into the mountains. The brown is obviously the trees that have not leaved out yet, and the bright green is down in the valley at the lower elevations where things are progressing at a much more rapid pace. And that huge fog bank of clouds sitting in the valley. Very cool. .86 miles, and we're at the Mount Marshall trailhead, and we are going straight up. We're above 3,200 feet, and we're ascending the face of Mount Marshall here. Kind of an intimidating rock formation. Above 3,200 feet, there's no camping. And we gotta scramble right up along these here. Interesting. Spectacular view from the top of that rock scramble. Whoa, watch it there. So we're at 4.25 miles, 4¼ miles into our day, and we came across this old foundation to something. And just back a little ways, there's a big pit. You gonna jump from there?
Hell to the no.
.498. Right here, 100 miles. You have officially walked 100 miles.
How do you feel about that?
How do you feel, Yorktown? 100 miles.
I feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Your first 100-mile hike?
Yes, very first.
It is a sense of accomplishment.
I don't feel it yet, though.
No? You will when you're done.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get the
So we just passed the 100-mile mark. Got a little photo there of everybody doing the 100 sign. And we're about to walk into a fog bank. We're just past 5 miles into the day, and we got 8 more to go. We're going to be stopping and having some lunch at a small stream here just up the way, about 1.5 miles. According to gut hooks last year, around October, it wasn't flowing very well. But with all the rain that we've had, we're hoping that it will be. We've been carrying just the 1 bottle of water. Try to cut down on weight. Temperatures dropped 15 degrees. And the fog's gotten worse. And now it's raining out. Interesting mountain weather. So we're just shy of the 6-mile mark for the day. And we're going to be stopping for lunch. And it looks like we're going to be stopping in this thick fog bank. Supposedly just up the way at about 6 or 6.5 miles, there's a stream that we can get some more water, and we're going to stop and take a lunch break. It'll be our last lunch of the trip, and we'll have about 7 to 8 more miles to go after that, and we will be done. Stopping at the stream for lunch break. We're at mile 662, and our last water source for the day. So we're at Compton Gap. It's 7.8 miles. And we're coming up to the final crossing of the Skyline Drive for our trip. This is the 28th crossing of Skyline Drive. That's it. Last time you'll see it.
Yep.
Well, we're on the very north end of the Shenandoah National Park, which is turning out to be the easiest part of the trip. It's all pretty flat and wide. Well, we just passed 9 miles. So we got 5 more to go. Just passed a group of older people out for a stroll asking about flowers. Luckily, I know a little bit about flowers. And they're from Florida. Well, we're just about to the end of our journey. This is the northbound section, or northbound registration station of the Shenandoah National Park. So if you're heading southbound, this is where you would register here, just as we did on our very first day 11 days ago. And we're going to keep hiking another 4 or 5 miles to the mountain home cabin. And that'll be the end of our trip.
Weird.
Congratulations, Yorktown Brown. You just hiked the Shenandoah National Park.
We did?
Yep.
I feel like I'm not there yet because we're still in the woods.
Nope, you did it.
The funny thing is, the trail is fucked up here.
Huh. Well,
So you go figure it out. I can't figure out where to go.
we all got kind of turned around here. We just exited the Shenandoah National Park, and we couldn't figure out exactly where to go. And then we figured it out. Kind of a neat section though. I like those pines up there. And my knees are like, screw you. Screw this. Smile. Don't fall.
This is like
$10.56 into our hike, we came across the Tom Floyd Wayside, which is actually a shelter, but they call it a wayside along the AT. So if you're coming Sobo from the 522, this is going to be your first shelter. It's called the Tom Floyd Wayside. This is officially the first shelter I've ever seen with a deck, which is kind of cool actually. The Tom Floyd Wayside. There's the logbook. Very clean. We're at 11 miles and we just passed the Tom Floyd Wayside, which is not actually a wayside. It's actually a shelter. It's kind of funny, in the logbook, Fjord, who is a hiker, northbound hiker, she does trail sketches. She sketched in one frame where they were all excited because of a wayside coming up. And for those that have hiked through the Shenandoah, you know, wayside means a grill and food and bathrooms and water. Well, they trick you. The Tom Floyd Wayside is a shelter, so in the second half of her sketch, she had her and her hiking companion looking all sad. We're now at 1,700 foot of elevation, and you can see a definite change. All the trees have leaved out, and it looks much more like spring, a proper spring. It's interesting, up in the mountains you get all the flowers and everything is growing at knee-high level, but everything above that, the trees and everything, are all completely bare. It's kind of this weird feeling. But down below 2,000, everything is green. So we have a few more miles left before we hit the 501, 522, 522. And the other guys are way ahead of us. They didn't stop at the shelter like we did. I'm sure they're itching to get done. All right, we're 12 miles into our day. And we have a small creek crossing here before we get to Yardbird Lane and kind of back to civilization. Yikes. Elevation has dropped dramatically today. We're now at 1161, and we started out the day at around 3,400 up at the top of the one of the peaks of the mountains we were at. Nice. Ain't that a picture? I said screw it. I'm in the river.
Oh, how far I've come.
Oh, how far you've come. Now all we need to do is rustle us up a trout. Right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this feels like heaven.
What you doing, Yorktown?
My feet are killing me.
Yeah?
Yeah. So this is a nice gift right here.
This is a nice
Why?
gift.
I told him my feet are killing me because we keep pounding out these big mile days and we're not taking breaks.
Even Piccolo said his feet are getting tired, so you know.
No!
Yes, he did.
Really?
I mean, this is 2 14-mile days we've done with
All these like loose ass rocks.
Yeah.
almost no breaks. This sun feels so good, I don't want to get out. Take option.
Oh, were you looking in town?
Well, we drove through there when they shuttled out, but
Nothing nice?
feel for me.
Well, we're at 13.2 miles and we've re-entered the matrix. Got barking dogs, chain link fence. It's kind of a pretty view out that away through the chain link fence. But yeah, we're coming to the end here. Our second trip where we've been over 100 miles. First was Bland, Virginia, to the Grayson Highlands. And on this trip, we did the entire Shenandoah National Park from the south to the north, and then some. So, all told, we probably have close to 220, 230 miles of Virginia hiked. We've hiked more miles in Virginia than we have in our own home state of Wisconsin, which is kind of funny. And every once in a while here you get glimpses of society. It's kind of weird coming out of the mountains back to this. We're at 13.3 for the day, and we're just finishing this final section down this grassy mode. It's like a strip between people's backyards and this private field over here.
Beautiful view.
That is a beautiful view. The boys are in front of us. Piccolo, Yorktown Brown, and Merica. And we're going to be taking a right on the 522 and heading over to the hostel for the evening. And then we're going to head into Front Royal and get some dinner. So it's like the last quarter mile and we finally see a snake in a tree. It's a big old rat snake. This is where it was right here.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's where we put the trail magic. Yep.
That's good. I'm glad that it was packed out.
Well, we made it.
We made it
Where did you put our trail magic?
on that boardwalk there. Oh my, look at that.
Crackers!
What's it say?
Just a note they left. Somebody else left. Red Magic, Peter Pan was here.
Yeah?
There's your seat before? Yeah.
We made it all the way to the end and we finally see some trail magic.
Can I throw my extra coffees in here?
You could. Wonderful, thank you, Peter Pan and Red Madge.
We could stop back.
Yeah, we could do that. I'll probably still be here.
We can stop back. Sorry.
– 14 miles on a button. We made it to the Mountain Home Bed and Breakfast. Well, we made it, Trips.
We made it, Miyagi. One more trip in the book.
One more trip in the books. Thanks for following along on our 108-mile adventure on the Appalachian Trail through the Shenandoah National Park. If you like our videos, please give us a like and consider subscribing. And who knows, maybe we'll see you on the trail. Happy hiking.